Okay, let us start. So picture was this, right? So you can see there's a boy in the water, okay, and this small boat kind of a thing,
Yes,
and
sir.
three people are sitting on the boat, huh?
Yes,
And
sir.
bank which is visible, and it's like a river passing through a village, something like that. So let us see how you written the stories for this. Story is this?
So mine, sir, Shashank.
Yeah, Shashank. Shashank, just read out a story, better.
Yes, sir. Raghav, a student having school in other side of the village where river comes in middle. So Raghav crossed the rivers using boat on daily basis. One day coming back from his school, he saw a child drowning in water. Raghav immediately flung into the action, took boat near to him and tied rope around his waist and throw other side of the rope towards the child. As soon as the child catches the rope, Raghav pulls towards him and took him on the board. Immediately Raghav tries to evacuate the water. The water the child drank and took him to the hospital. On seeing this, Raghav filed this issue to the village sarpanch and requested the government to plan a bridge so that no more cases like this can occur.
Hmm. Okay, now pay attention, all of you, right? So in this particular picture, there is a stress, no doubts. Stress is visible. You can see a boy, in the water. It seems like drowning or something. Okay, to
Yes, sir.
most of you, right? And then you are coming from that side. So that is what the story he's written. Raghav, he was student in the school. So he's correctly, talking about a student because he just passed out of the school. He just completed his 12th class. I'm talking about Shashank. Okay, Shashank is just passed out of his school, so he can write. Okay, that is not a problem. So now he's talking in another side of village where the river comes in middle. So Raghav crossed the river using boat on a daily basis. On day coming back from his school, he saw a child drowning in water. Okay. Now look at this. So he boarded the boat. He say he saw a child drowning in the water. Raghav immediately flung into action. So when you write these kind of things, flung into action, that means these are the adjectives actually.
Mhm.
So you are delaying your actions by writing this. Okay. Probably in the real scenario, you would do the same, but you don't write that because you are having 100 words to do a writing of the story wherein you are supposed to create objective and do certain actions to achieve the objective. Okay, so in the story you will also talking about little bit of background and then addressing the issue so as to achieve the objective. That is what you are doing in the story, right?
Yes.
So in his story what is happening is he is creating the background a lot, है ना? देख रहे हो background लंबा है. So background ideally should not be exceeding 2 lines, maximum 2-3 lines, because you are that kind of person. You are adventurous. Okay, you are action-oriented person. You like military life because of this adventure in your mind. Okay, you are a
Yes,
sporty
sir.
person, action-oriented person. So you would not like to waste too much of time in talking about the background, because in other words you are delaying your coming into action as long as possible. It gives a vague idea that you probably are fearing from that situation. That is why you are trying to delay it, okay, by highlighting more of the background. Okay, and that is what exactly is coming out. So with this doubt, if I proceed ahead, so he's talking about that took the boat near to him. Now he himself was not riding, or because there are two more people. One person is actually rowing the boat. So he is neglecting his role anyway. So now this thing comes because ultimately he cannot avoid the situation. There is a situation there. So the he has to enter in the situation. So he was delaying a bit. Now that is there in front of him. Okay, he has reached the boy. So what he does is he start tying a rope. Okay, so he is tied up rope around his waist. Okay, that was actually not required, isn't it? First of all, I would, if I know I am a swimmer, right? I do not fear water. I will not have these kind of funny ideas that I'll be throwing rope and all. I'll not hesitate in jumping into water, right? And I'm enjoying swimming, so I'll jump in the water and bring him out. Okay.
Yes,
But
sir.
he is talking about using a rope. And then also he's tying his waist. But he was in the boat. So other end would have, be in the boat. So there was no purpose of tying the waist. So that means what? Actually, he is fearing. He is fearing of water. So he himself started getting this fear because he is under tremendous pressure. He should not fall in the water. That is why he is safeguarding him. Okay, and that was not required, right? So it again proves the earlier doubt that probably he is delaying his actions because he is fearing the water. He is fearing the situation. The stress is building in his mind, right? Now, going ahead. Okay. So thereafter, what he's done is he's thrown the other side of the rope towards the child. As soon as the child catches the rope, Raghav pulls towards him, took him on the boat immediately. So when you write these kind of words immediately, it talks about that you are under nervous. You are nervous candidate now. So that is why you are bringing these kind of words immediately, rushed, promptly. Okay. So when you do certain action, you just do the action rather than focusing on these words. Okay. So because he's fearing, that is why he's writing. Immediately Raghav tries. Now see the try. So a person who uses these kind of words, try, will, shall, so that means he's not certain. Try is used when you are not sure whether things will be done or not. Right? So that is why these kind of personalities are not hesitating in using these kind of words. Okay. Again. So then he tries to evacuate the water the child drank and took him to the hospital. Now he was trying, but he was not sure that water he will be able to take out of his chest. So we have not shown that kind of scene that person, the boy is drinking, has already drank a lot of water. So probably it is in his mind, out of his fear it is coming out. That he has actually drawn himself and drank a lot of water. So that is coming out of his fear because he is now exaggerating the situation. And is amplifying, intensifying the stress because he is under tremendous stress. Okay. Now thereafter, what he writes is, on seeing the Raghav filed the issue to his hospital ले जाने के बाद में बोलता है filed the issue to his village sarpanch and requested the government to plan a bridge so that no more case like this can occur. Okay. Now imagine his situation. So finally, with lot of efforts, he could send the boy to the hospital because he's not sure whether he will be able to recover him. Okay. So first of all, so if a person is not hesitating in getting into water, probably he would have written that he pulled him out or rescued the boy. Okay. Made him comfortable. Right. And maybe I would not say that I will be asking help from others. Probably if I am an adventurous person, I know swimming, so I will help him in learning swimming, right? Rather than restricting people to come into the water. Understood my point?
Yes, sir.
So I would have told that Raghav would have, helped him in gaining confidence while learning swimming. So he had helped him in learning swimming. That would have been the best gift if you could, can contribute to someone. Rather than passing on your monkey to other stable. That मैंने बड़ी मुश्किल से इसको बचा लिया है, उसको हॉस्पिटल में भेज दो और ब्रिज बना दो, नहीं तो लोग गिर जाएंगे, ऐसे दोबारा होना नहीं चाहिए. मैं डरा हुआ हूं, मुझे डर लग रहा है. अगर मैं डरा नहीं होता तो मैं सिचुएशन ही क्रिएट नहीं करता, है ना. हमने तो आपको न्यूट्रल स्टोरी पिक्चर दिखाई ना, उसमें कितना इंटेंसिटी डालना है वो इट इज कमिंग आउट ऑफ योर फियर. That is why you are writing all this stuff. So initially, if you see the story line, initially he was trying to delay his action by talking more of the background, right? Finally, when he reached the boy, he is now safeguarding him on the pretext of helping him. There was no point in tying up his waist, because as such he was in a safer place, right? Why I'm saying safer? Because he does not know swimming. He is not confident in swimming. He is fearing of water. Even if you don't know swimming, then your attitude should be like that. You are adventurous. You have belief in you. Because with this belief, if you are having confidence that even slightly unfamiliar areas, you are not having a shaky confidence, training will take care. When you go to the academy, they'll make you learn swimming. Okay. But at least you should have that kind of tendencies, that kind of personality. Right? So आप तो उसको बचाने के लिए जा रहे थे, आप अपने आप को खुद को रोक बांध रहे हो, है ना? It does not make any sense, right? He is going to pull you in the water, or you are going to pull him out of the water. Now, I am asking this question because it is assumed that actually you are fearing getting into water. If I would have in your place, I would have taken this opportunity to make him confident in learning swimming. Okay, this would have been a permanent thing for him, rather than restricting him and the boys like him to come into water. समझ में आया बेटा? So that is how we
Yes,
are
sir.
assessing your stories.